So we are currently on our way to Universal Orlando right now. We're trying to chase a storm and show you guys what to do to enjoy your day at Universal. So let's get into it. Pro tip number 1, bring an umbrella. I know this kind of goes without saying. I know it seems, oh yeah, it's pretty obvious. You'd be surprised. Number 2, a poncho. You don't want to get caught up having to get a poncho at Universal. The ponchos at Universal cost $14 for adults, $11 for children, and while that isn't the worst thing that you'll pay for at a theme park, bring that with you so that way you're not caught off guard or have any surprises throughout the day.
I recognize that not everybody has a stroller to just throw their umbrella onto whenever they're going to get on a ride. So if you guys come to that issue and you have like these large oversized umbrellas like this, just bring them on the ride with you. They'll gladly take the umbrella for you and hold them for you until you get off the ride. So no need to get wet in all this rain and have to sacrifice this. Bring it with you.
You've run for cover like maybe three times now. Like this was calling for sun and no rain today, but so far it's been raining the entire day. Let's be real, at this point, most of you guys are probably iPhone users, and if you use Apple, you probably know by now the weather app is absolutely terrible and cannot be trusted. So be sure to just check the normal weather report and dress accordingly.
Another good thing about coming to Universal is, yes, obviously, majority of their rides are inside except for 2 rides, but you also have shows that can kind of draw out the time. If you guys are going like through a thunderstorm, then you can always go see Imagination Celebration. They have animal actors, Born Stuntacular. You have plenty of shows to eat up that time if there really is a long drawn out rainstorm. If you guys do happen to have kids with you on this trip, then I would advise you to make sure you go to rides that have stroller parking indoors. So think stuff like Green Gods, Villain Con, Born Stuntacular, all of those areas have indoor stroller parking. So if it starts raining while you guys are inside, you're covered. And on the off chance that you guys are going somewhere that does have outdoor stroller parking, those are things like Transformers, pretty much anything in DreamWorks Land. You guys are going to want to make sure you put a stroller cover on your stroller, because I promise you, it's not fun putting a kid in a soaking wet stroller.
I have to admit, I'm not really sure what I thought was going to happen today. I mean, it's been off and on with the rain, and that kind of just goes to show what you can kind of expect when you come to Florida. I mean, yeah. It rains all the time here. You never predict it. The phone is always wrong.
It's been overcast on all day long, and it literally keeps raining like on and off. So it'll rain for like 3 minutes, and then it'll stop for like an hour. Then it can rain for like 30 minutes and then stop for 10 minutes and start raining again. You literally have no idea. And
this is why I have to stress, just dress for the occasion. You should be okay with walking around in the wet. It's gonna rain, it's gonna get nasty. You don't want that to interrupt your day. So bring a change of clothes, get that stroller, and just brace for impact. Absolutely start your day at Islands of Adventure. In Florida, the rain doesn't usually come until the late afternoon, like around lunchtime. It usually lasts up until about 3 p.m. So that's actually a lot of time that you have in the beginning to get all the rides, the thrill, and then later on in the second half of the day, head over to Universal Studios where all of the rides are inside just in time for the rain to hit.
So the one thing that's really good about if you do decide to still come to Islands of Adventure as opposed to Universal is that it tends to yield lower wait times in comparison. We're coming over here, we've done probably like 3 or 4 rides so far. Everything is still open right now, but the wait times are really low. And just to give you guys an idea of how slow it is mid-June right now, and Hagrid's is only a 65-minute wait. That's really good, like really, really good. So take advantage of those low wait times when the weather is just like nice and cloudy and overcast like this.
So we're making our way to Jurassic Park, and on cue, here comes the rain again. And here's what
like the movie.
Yeah, here's what we're about to do. We're about to go somewhere, seek shelter for like maybe 5 minutes, and then it's gonna stop, and then we'll be right back outside to repeat the process. You have to love rainy days here at Universal. So if you're coming here, do remember that even if it's raining, water rides do stay open for the most part, except for the ones that are super high like Ripsaw Falls. If they have a drop like Ripsaw Falls, River Adventure, they might close down if there's lightning in the area, but if it's not, if it's just raining even just slightly, it doesn't necessarily mean the park closes when it rains. It just takes some changes, but make the most of it. Get wet anyway. It's just the rain. Come on.
If you guys happen to be standing by a worker and you hear a cold white or cold silver, especially if you hear a cold white, I would just not get your hopes up for getting on any roller coasters, because if you hear that, that means lightning is within 10 miles of the area. All the water rides, all the coasters, anything outdoors is getting shut down.
Today has come full circle. We have gone from rain to no rain. We chased the storm, we found it. We gave you guys some tips. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. Thanks for hanging with us. Be sure to like and subscribe if you found this valuable. Again, we'll see you on the next one.